Number 6, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا مَالَ الْيَتِيمِ إِلَّا بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ أَشُدُّهُ. And do not come near the orphan's wealth unless to improve it until they attain full strength. Here, Allah Ta'ala is commanding us not to touch the property of the orphans. And in Islam, the orphans have a unique position. And we know that our teacher and leader, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, both his parents died by the age of what? Was it 10 or 11? Both his parents died by the age of 10 or 11. 15, 16, 17, 18? 3? Anyone else? Muhammad's saying 3. But Muhammad's wrong. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? When did they die? When did both his parents, not one of his parents, both his parents die by what age? Who has studied the history of salvation? Sister Hailey. 6 years old. Allahu Akbar. See what the sisters embarrass us? Subhanallah. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Astaghfirullah. That's always the case. Embarrassment upon embarrassment for you men. 6 years old, and in fact, his orphan childhood was the reason for many of the early verses of the Qur'an. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us Muslims to show gentleness, affection, love, warmth, and not to treat the orphan with harshness. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. We all know Surah Duha, don't we? If we don't, it's a sad state. A surah of approximately a quarter of a page. Very sad. And I repeat, very sad. And you should go and whip yourself if you don't know it. Flog yourself. Because we know the list of shopping every day to fill our bellies, but we don't know Surah Al-Duha. Allahu Akbar. Go home and let your wife whip you, and if she doesn't know it, you whip her as well. So in the Quran it says, treat not the orphans with harshness. In fact, listen to this, my brothers and sisters. To choose the companionship of an orphan is no gentle thing, no basic thing. To choose the companionship of taking care of an orphan, Islamically, with affection, with love, with justice and fairness, without consuming his wealth, is choosing the companionship of her Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In which world? To choose the companionship of an orphan is to choose the companionship of Rasulullah in which world? In the third world or the first world? The? In which world? In the hereafter. Again, embarrassment upon embarrassment. In the hereafter, as the hadith says, he and the one who takes care of an orphan, hadith in Bukhari, not in your storytelling fictions, in Bukhari, he and the one that takes care of an orphan, I am the one that takes care of an orphan, will be like this on the day of judgment. And he raised his index and his middle fingers together. Can you imagine this nearness, closeness, this blessing, this bounty that Allah has given you? And all you got to do is what, Muhammad? Take care of an orphan with love, with affection, with fairness and justice. Is it hard? Wallahi, it's not hard. It really is not hard. You can do it from your homes, or you can do it whether they're near you or abroad. There are thousands and millions of orphans worldwide. In Iraq today, there's 5 million orphans. How many? 5 million, and they're increasing every, not day, every second. In Palestine, there are millions of orphans. Is that correct? Is that correct? Is that correct, Nazri? There are millions of orphans in Palestine?
Millions in Palestine.
What do you think?
Should be correct.
It's not correct. It's a trick test question. Is it correct, Mahmoud? Why can it not be correct? Because Palestine's population is only a few million. There are hundreds of thousands of orphans in Palestine. So is it not easy for us to take care of an orphan, whether near us or abroad? Yes, it is. Put away 100 ringgit per month and you can take care of an orphan. And always ask about this orphan and try to get him to you where you are, if it's possible. This is taking care of the orphan. As for those who consume the orphan's property, you know, those who are in charge of the orphan's property, those who consume it unjustly, unfairly, they have been warned of a severe punishment. What is the punishment in the hereafter of a person who eats the orphan's property, wealth? Who knows? Anyone know? Has anyone memorized Surah Nisa? Verse number 10. إن الذين يأكلون أموال اليتامى إنما يأكلون في بطونهم نارا. إن الذين يأكلون أموال اليتامى ظلما. Those who eat, consume the orphan's wealth wrongfully, they consume nothing in their bellies but fire. So those who believe or who take the orphan's property unjustly, in fact, they're eating fire. As the verse says. And the hadith says, should I not inform you of the 7 noxious things? One of them was the shirk, killing, magic, consuming the orphan's property. Number 5 is riba. Number 6 is retreating from the battlefield. And number 7 is slandering the chaste woman.